Good evening. Islanders are joining in a worldwide movement speaking out against corporate greed and inequality. Over 1,000 rallying today in several island protests, bringing the Occupy Wall Street message here. Mike Walker begins our coverage with this story from Victoria.
Nearly 1,000 people pour into Centennial Square armed with signs and slogans in a grassroots effort to revolutionize the financial structure in Canada and beyond.
I do think that there's a lot of government coziness with corporations that are very troublesome.
I'm really tired of the gap between the wealthy and the poor growing in Canada. I grew up in a country that wasn't like that. We actually had a more equitable society, and I'd like to see that come back again.
There is a lot of things that are really broken in our system, and I think that there's need for a big change.
This is just one of dozens of movements, all stemming from the Occupy Wall Street protests that began September 17th in New York City. Now worldwide, ordinary people are taking a stand, hoping to make a difference.
The financial system is interlinked, U.S., Canadian, European, and we have to start somewhere. And certainly in Canada, I believe we have every chance of reforming our financial system.
This movement is about the one change that humanity needs to take.
Earlier, more than 300 people voiced their opinions on the lawn of the legislature in another largely improvised demonstration.
I think it's a great movement, and it seemed to spring out of nowhere, and it has some really organic roots. I just hope that it keeps on that track.
The issue is not just corporate greed, but individual greed. Greed is somehow tied to ambition and success, and it's a moral failing.
Still, a strong police presence and cooperation from organizers throughout the day kept the diverse crowd in check.
The organizers are concerned that when people wear masks, it means that they're maybe going to cause trouble, because they just want to get the message out.
We're not anticipating any issues. We want to make sure that this is a peaceful event and ensure that members of the public are able to voice their concerns.
While the Occupy Victoria protests marched through the downtown streets, the group eventually staged a short sit-in at the corner of Fort and Douglas.
This is the corner equivalent to Howe Street, equivalent to Wall Street, equivalent to Yonge Street. Every city has one of these corners.
But those protesting social inequality and corporate greed are still waiting to be heard.